40. And it cometh to pass, after these things, the butler of the king of Egypt and the baker have sinned against their lord, against the king of Egypt. And Pharaoh is wroth against his two eunuchs, against the chief of the butlers, and against the chief of the bakers, and giveth them in charge in the house of the chief of the executioners, unto the round house, the place where Joseph is a prisoner. And the chief of the executioners chargeth Joseph with them, and he serveth them, and they are days in charge. And they dream a dream, both of them, each his dream in one night, each according to the interpretation of his dream, the butler and the baker whom the king of Egypt hath, who are prisoners in the round house. And Joseph cometh in unto them in the morning, and seeth them, and lo, they are morose. And he asketh Pharaoh's eunuchs who are with him in charge in the house of his lord, saying, Wherefore are your faces sad today? And they say unto him, A dream we have dreamed, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph saith unto them, Are not interpretations with God? Recount, I pray you, to me. And the chief of the butlers recounteth his dream to Joseph, and saith to him, In my dream, then, lo, a vine is before me, and in the vine are 3 branches, and it is as it were flourishing. Gone up hath its blossom, its clusters have ripened grapes. And Pharaoh's cup is in my hand, and I take the grapes and press them into the cup of Pharaoh, and I give the cup into the hand of Pharaoh. And Joseph saith to him, This is its interpretation. The 3 branches are 3 days. Yet within 3 days doth Pharaoh lift up thy head, and hath put thee back on thy station. And thou hast given the cup of Pharaoh into his hand, according to the former custom when thou wast his butler. Surely if thou hast remembered me with thee, when it is well with thee, and hast done, I pray thee, kindness with me, and hast made mention of me unto Pharaoh, then hast thou brought me out from this house. For I was really stolen from the land of the Hebrews, and here also have I done nothing that they have put me in the pit. And the chief of the bakers seeth that he hath interpreted good, and he saith unto Joseph, I also am in a dream, and lo, 3 baskets of white bread are on my head, and in the uppermost basket are of all kinds of Pharaoh's food, work of a baker, and the birds are eating them out of the basket from off my head. And Joseph answereth and saith, This is its interpretation. The 3 baskets are 3 days, yet within 3 days doth Pharaoh lift up thy head from off thee, and hath hanged thee on a tree, and the birds have eaten thy flesh from off thee. And it cometh to pass on the 3rd day, Pharaoh's birthday, that he maketh a banquet to all his servants, and lifteth up the head of the chief of the butlers, and the head of the chief of the bakers among his servants. And he putteth back the chief of the butlers to his butlership, and he giveth the cup into the hand of Pharaoh. And the chief of the bakers he hath hanged, as Joseph hath interpreted to them. And the chief of the butlers hath not remembered Joseph, but forgetteth him.